Look at this ridge top, how pretty it looks up here. Let's go check that out. Here, let's do the sound test. All right, I'm still climbing the second ridge in the back, and I see a possible antler. But this is good bedding up here. You can see how it could be an old well, yeah. Like a man-made. Look at this road right here, Curtis. Look at that, all the way through. All right. We have found our first, we see some junk. Let's see what we got going on over here. This cabin actually sets closer to the north side, so there's a fence line right down in that creek down there. Oh, fridge or freezer. That could work in your office, maybe. Here's your tin, Curtis. Oh, we got a bunker down here, man. This is...
An old well, probably.
It could be an old well, yeah. Sure could be. It's all filled in, but... Or a gold mine shaft. Look.
They did mine fluorspar here.
Wow. Looky here, we got a building. We got an outbuilding. Looks like a pig barn. So this is actually going to be a half-mile long or wide then, right? All the way across?
What's that?
It should be a half-mile all the way.
Yeah.
If it's two 20s together.
Check out this deer trail, Kev.
All right. I bet you might be a person trail. Oh, chicken coop. Back in the day. Chicken coop. That's good lumber. Looks like a shingle roof. All right, where's this deer trail at? You sure it ain't a people trail? Oh, yeah, I see. Might as well follow it. Maybe we'll find a shed. Maybe we'll get a sign. A sign from the wood spirits. It's getting a little thick here. All right, we're gonna find the next interesting thing and check back in. I know. So this open area is all low. Got a lot of standing water here. So not a whole lot of ideal things you could do with this low bottom area. But there's a gate up there. Hey Curtis, you wonder what that gate is up there? I wonder if the neighbors own this. I wonder. Definitely some water volume coming through here. Look at this. Look at this cut here. Look at all them tree roots over there. Definitely lots of water down here in the bottom. Look at them holes though. I wonder what that's. Oh, that looks like sandstone. Oh yeah, and the water is flowing in and out of them holes. That's pretty cool right there. Yeah, that looks like stone and not clay, but I'm not going to step on it because I'm not 100% sure. Keep moving, man. Be careful there. So we got an up ridge over here. Straight is low, that's south, and then we got another big ridge I could see over there. One thing you do want to look for is varying topography and terrain instead of just totally flat ground. I'm not seeing much for timber. Oh, there's Sharon's ferns. She loves replanting those up by the house. Now, why ain't there a rub on that tree? I'm not sure about that. All right, Curtis thought this was a deer trail, and I'm like, no, it's probably a human trail. Well, look at here. Human tracks. There's another one, fresh one right there. Right there. So, I don't think it was a deer trail.
It's me!
Oh, jeez! Maybe it is a deer trail after all. All right, we got some more big water cuts over here. We're pert near the center of the property. Pretty close to it. Oh, there's some pretty water. Don't think this is a year-round creek though. I'd be willing to bet it dries up because we've been getting hammered with rain. Look at the ferns everywhere. We've been getting hammered with rain, so for that much rain, this ain't a lot of water here. Okay, we found our first deer stand. It looks brand new, so obviously somebody's in here using it for hunting. We still haven't hit halfway yet though.
Now the south border of this is not too far away.
And that's the Shawnee we're gonna hit. I'm curious, they should have that marked, although maybe they won't. Oh, I guess we've seen this creek. Let's go up this ridge.
According to this, we should be pretty close to the south border right here.
Oh wow, so he's probably shooting over onto the Shawnee right here, which is a good strategy. All right, so I'm actually on the Shawnee here. There's some really, well, some decent white oaks in here. So that stand is probably right on the line, the south line. So I'm over into the Shawnee here. And this could be a real nice benefit. You get access to Shawnee to where other people have to hump way back in. Where if you build a road back here, which is what I would do, then you'd have access to all this Shawnee here, and it's fairly remote, so I'm not saying you won't have hunters up in here, but it's going to be the more diehard ones that do a lot of hiking to get back here. So bordering government, we've learned that the hard way. It's a double-edged sword. So real quick, what I mean by that, this was one of our farms in Missouri, and you could see it was a national forest on all four sides, which we thought was going to be fantastic. It had its pluses and minuses, and I got to work with a forester surveyor, so that's how I know that a lot of national forests are not really that well marked. So let's continue. We're looking at a pretty creek. You think this is just a wet weather creek? I don't think it stays year round.
No, just a wet weather creek.
Yeah.
With the hill down here.
Got a pretty nice creek crossing here, so you see all the fresh deer tracks. Now, I don't see anything big, but who knows? So this is probably only a few hours old because that's really wet right there.
And we still haven't hit the halfway mark going
East and west.
Going east and west, yeah.
So here's another thing I look for here. It's kind of hard to see, but this is an old Skidder trail coming up this ridge. A lot of times they're good bases and they're easy to open. You can see that's a wheel track probably, and I can't tell which way it goes, but then also you could see the Shawnee trees are big and mature, And then when you get on this thing, there ain't that much. So obviously it has been logged not too long ago. Look at this ridge top, how pretty it looks up here. Let's go check that out. All right, we're up kind of almost to the top of this ridge, and it's real pretty. Curtis just saw an old rub on a cedar over there. I can envision a microplot up in here. Beautiful, that valley goes down that way, and then the Shawnee is all that way. We're right about the line, ain't we? Or are we up in on the 20 again?
Oh, we're still on the first 20 acre part.
Oh, we haven't made the second one?
It's narrow but long.
I like it. Big potential up here, man. This could be a really nice food plot. I mean, obviously, when public people figure it out, you might have trouble. But you put it back in to the very center of the property, so they can't see it unless they're trespassing already. Hey, there's the first, looks like a loblolly pine, or a red, or a jack pine. Don't see like natural pines too often. It's all cedars. Right up there. There's another one right here.
Nice rub straight ahead to the right a little bit on the cedar.
Let's go see a rub. Oh, I think I see it. Oh yeah. Little guy. Right there. Second rub in a row though. This is the Skidder trail now. Now you can see it a little better. Going right over the top of this ridge. That's really cool. That is really cool. That's pretty up in here. Here, let's do the sound test. Nice. No barking dogs, no planes, no trains.
This ridge top here is a microplot location.
Oh, absolutely. And judging by the size, you could actually, probably if you clear it, you could probably get a pretty good sized plot in here. All right, we'll keep going. Right here where we're at, we are dab smack in the middle, north and south and east and west. So we're right where the 220s come together. Not a soul to be found. I mean, it's pretty remote for a 40, no doubt about that. Let me find a narrow spot, another creek here to cross. Definitely we need a road built in here. Look, there's another deer track right there. Ugh. Right, I'm still climbing the second ridge in the back, and I see a possible antler. But this is good bedding up here. You can see how thick it's starting to get. Yeah, baby, it's an old one, but I found one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Geez, it's probably a 6-point on one side. Which brings me to my next subject, since we're walking. I'm going to talk and walk. One thing I have learned between north and south, as far as the deer. Up north where we came from Wisconsin, where there's a lot more people, and the land is kind of cut up into farms and sections. The deer tend to look for just the worst, thick and nasty stuff to bed in. But down here, where you have literally miles and miles of open forest, you see how the sun's hitting all this? This is where they bed, on these south-facing slopes and these ridges. Kind of opposite of where there's higher populations of people. But they got a lot more room to roam down here, and a lot of big chunks of woods. How close are we? I see a big white oak up there. How close are we to that north border? Yeah, I figured that's probably on either the neighboring or the Shawnee. Well, that's private to the north though, ain't it? I'd like to find a current shed up in here. Okay. I see something white up there. You see that? Like a man-made. Look at this road right here, Curtis. Look at that all the way through. Is that all on us right here?
Yeah. Looks like the line's probably that fence. Pretty close to that fence.
Let's follow this road and see. This is definitely looks like it's been used a little bit more.
That one time.
Yeah. See that white? There's a piece of garbage up there.
Yeah. See, there's a fence right
Oh
there.
yeah, I see the fence. That big white oak looks like it's on this side. Yeah. The fence line is right past that great big white oak there. All right, we'll follow this road a little bit.